All right. LD MMA City is your boy, the Coach Live on the Coach Show, the Coach Show Live. Okay, folks, I got this photograph from MMA News. Okay, if you go, you can read the article yourself. But I wanted to give my take on this whole thing. And this is a warning, okay? This is a warning to Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal. You know, these two, Colby and Jorge, they're going at each other pretty hard. I'm talking about real hard. And I'm talking about it's to the point where things are getting kind of personal. And they're almost getting out of hand. But I noticed that Jorge and Colby have one thing in common. They keep bringing up Jon Jones. Now, for whatever reason, they keep bringing him up. Okay? They continue to bring up Jon Jones. And I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? Right now, Jon Jones is a very dangerous man. And I'm going to tell you why Jon Jones is probably very dangerous right now. When you have somebody who they're at their low point, and Jon Jones is, he's suffering from a lot of mental illness. He's suffering from depression. I mean, he's suffering from a lot of things. I mean, his fiance left him. His kids are gone. I mean, everybody's gone. Okay? It's just him. He's depressed. Can't see his kids. Can't get his fiance back. People like that, they kind of don't really care at the end of the day. And I'm going to tell you, I think when Jon Jones, if Jon Jones probably already knows about this, he probably does, okay? When he run into these two, I'm pretty sure they're going to do a lot more than talk. I'm pretty sure they're going to do a lot more than talk. See, and especially Colby, it's almost like he's doing this stuff because he knows that he's probably not going to see Jon anytime soon. And when he see Jon, he's going to already say, oh, man, I'm just doing it to sell a fight. Yeah, well, using Jon Jones' personal struggles, using his misfortune to build your fight. I don't think Jon Jones is particularly happy about that. And I can guarantee when you see Colby Covington, Jon Jones probably going to jack him up, man. Because could you imagine? Colby can't whoop Jon Jones in no fight, okay? He couldn't even think to do it. Even Masvidal in the article admitted it, that if Colby ever saw Jon Jones, he's going to turn and run the other way. And I do believe that. But I think Masvidal, he's no angel. I think he's doing the same thing. Now, he was saying that Colby, robbed Jon Jones in college. Okay, robbed him. Now, we know it wasn't like a face-to-face robbery. We know that. Because Jon Jones just would have broke him in half. From the way Jorge was talking, he robbed Jon and Jon didn't know he robbed him. Okay? Sort of that kind of thing. But here again, if it's true, I don't really know. Don't really care if it's true. But I'm looking at the angle that these two guys are taking, okay? I'm looking at the angle that these two idiots are taking. They are, taking this road where, hey, guess what? I'm going to use Jon Jones' name, whatever's like vibing right now. And Jon Jones right now is a trending topic because Jon Jones keep messing up. Jon is a trending topic right now, a trending topic. And this ain't Colby, this ain't him and there, or this ain't Jorge Masvidal, but these two, I think they're crossing that boundary, and they're almost at that point of no return. Okay, and they don't know what Jon Jones is liable to do. Jon Jones is liable to snap. Yeah, Jon Jones is liable to go get in his car and just drive down there and go deal with both of them. Well, he had to go all the way to Florida, but when you're dealing with a person who they feel like they don't have anything. Well, Jon Jones one of them people like, hey, I ain't got nothing to lose. What I got to lose? I done lost everything. I ain't got nothing else. These guys better be careful. I knew a dude like this, man. I knew a dude like Jon Jones. And I'm going to tell you what, man. People kept ridiculing this guy misfortune, man. The guy lost both his parents. His parents died in a real tragic accident, man. And, I used to feel bad for this brother. I used to feel real bad for this brother because he was a good dude, man. He was just trying to do the right thing. And, people constantly, man, just poke fun at him, mess with him, and just did all kind of stuff to the guy. Sorry about that. They poke fun at this guy. They mess with him. And they, every chance people were getting, they would just do stuff to him, man. Like I remember when I used to work, one of my first jobs, out of school, we would go in there and we would have lunch. And, somebody took his lunch and threw his lunch in the trash. one day somebody, took his lunch and put it in a toilet, and he knew who was doing it. And one day, man, they did that, after the man came back from, burying both his parents. He came back and he snapped. I'm talking about he came back to the job and he snapped, man. This dude, he had one guy, he beat this guy an inch of his life. And I'm talking about beat him an inch of his life, and he was trying to kill him, He was trying to kill the guy. The other two guys that he hurt, man, he took one guy, and we had these big old, printed circuit boards. And, the printed circuit boards had like the little solder on the bottom of it. And it's a weapon, because it's like, hitting somebody in the face with a face full of spikes. Man, he hit this one guy in the face, straight in the face with a printed circuit board, man. I mean, messed the guy's face all up. And then the other guy tried to run. Man, look. He caught that dude, threw a chair at him, man, hit him square in his head and knocked him unconscious. I'm talking about, man, it was a nasty, nasty scene. But see, these things kept precipitating because it's only so much, man, that people are going to be able to do and read their name in the news. And some people, they got that in them to go snap. And Jon Jones, I feel like, just really looking at what this guy has been doing, what he's been through, Jon Jones got that ability to physically just go snap. And I'm talking about just snap just like that. And when he do, man, I'm telling you, man, these guys going to get hurt. These guys going to get hurt. They're going to be running for their life. They are. I just think even Chael Sonnen has kind of toned, during this time, Chael has kind of toned the Jon Jones talk down. He's kind of toned it down. At least I feel like when Chael talks about Jon, it's more of like, okay, Jon Jones out of his mind for wanting to do this, and Jon Jones wants this. But even Chael Sonnen done kind of calmed it down some. Then DC ain't talking about the man personal problems. It's just you got these two that's using Jon Jones' name, keep putting their name. This is the kind of guy, man. And some of the stuff that Jon Jones does, you have to look at what he's done, man. It is not mentally stable. Like, he hits a pregnant woman, gets out the car, and then flees the scene. That's not mentally correct. The guy headbutts a police cruiser. That's not mentally stable. Okay? Guy's drunk, put hands on this woman. That's not mentally stable. Guys, it's not. What do you think he'd do if he seen these two? Seriously. What do you think he'd do? And don't say, well, what is Jon going to do about it? What couldn't he do about it?